What's up, guys and gals, and welcome to Veve Vibes, where I love talking all things Veve NFTs, speculation, and of course the market. So this is going to be a relatively short video than my typical ones, but I really want to give a huge shout out to Veve Magic. I caught the majority of her stream that she did recently with Silicon Secure as kind of her co-host. I've been watching her for a long time, even since I started Veve back in like October or November of last year for the most part. But exciting stuff. I mean, they also had NFT Pirates in the interview as well, but then Alex G, the man, the myth, the legend himself, was there towards the tail end of it and pretty much confirmed two things that I think a lot of people have been speculating on for quite some time. One of them is basically what happens to the sub 40 mints. You know, are they part of a raffle later? Are they part of promotional material? Like, what's going on with that? And then same thing with the non-KYC accounts. Like, what happens to the non-KYC accounts after, or basically on July 31st. So we'll go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to put a link down in the description below to this whole interview process. It's a little over 2 hours, but it has a ton of great information in there. So I'll go ahead and play it. I'm going to mute this. Then I'll go ahead and play this.
Or I don't remember what it was, but there was a giveaway, and like you gave out that that 3D art piece, and I remember Block got one. And like the first question everybody asked was like what the mint was, and he's like, it wasn't anything. It's not like he got number 39 or anything. Like it wasn't even like a low mint. It was just, he's like, no, there's nothing.
No, those don't never see the light of day. Like those below 40s, they're
well, except at the you had everybody that was watching the lives and stuff drooling over the iPads with the mint numbers on them.
Those weren't even that low.
The comics, there was like number 98 comic.
Oh, well.
The Ghost Trap. The Ghost Trap giveaway had 39, wasn't it? 39 the Ghost Trap.
That was yeah, I remember that. That was the only giveaway that had, I think, the only under 40 thing that we've ever given away. And that was like when I first started. That was like, and wow. So I didn't. And then when they told me they don't do that, and I was like, well, why not? I didn't get it, and so
they were used like it goes in my vault.
Yeah. Yeah, I think generally there's that holdback, and then like the bottom 40, the first 40, just don't go to anybody. Mm-hmm. I mean, there are some like in the very early days, like that people bought out of the store that had those low mints. Mm-hmm. But you hardly ever see those in the store. In fact, I do have a few because when I first started.
Yeah, so I'm going to just kind of stop it right there just because that's the first thing. I mean, obviously the sub 40 mints, other than the very, very early NFTs that were on the platform, so probably some of your black and white Batman stuff, maybe some of the Adventure Time stuff where there are some sub 40 mint NFTs kind of floating around. But other than that, they pretty much go to nobody. There was one promotional, I guess, giveaway they did a long time ago as well. But he basically said those sub 40 mints are never going to see the light of day, whether they're going to go into a separate vault or a museum, or they're going to just stay to the founders' wallets or vaults forever. Who knows what's going to happen with that? So that's something I've always speculated about. People always ask me on my streams, like, hey, what do you think happens to the sub 40 mints? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they give them away, or maybe they have basically an NDA with a lot of the IPs or the licensors they work with and said, hey, you can't sell this or even admit that you have this for at least like 5 years until like Veve's up and running, and then you can kind of put it on the market. But now that's pretty much been kind of confirmed that Veve, it pretty much goes to nobody at this point. So the next thing that I kind of wanted to talk about here was what's going to happen to all the KYC accounts or non-KYC accounts on July 31st. Going forward, which sounds like forever. So,
oh my gosh, that is hilarious. I have one technical question from Sanjay.
Of course, it's from Sanjay.
Will we delist the collectibles for those that have not KYC'd by the deadline? Or like,
yes.
There you go, Sanjay. I hope you're still watching. Shout out OBL in the house. What time is it there?
OBL. Yeah, it's a little late. Not too late, but it's late.
Shout out to Sanjay and OBL as well. So he did say that they're going to be delisted. It's insinuated here that on July 31st they will be delisted, but it could be just like, yeah, they'll be delisted just like anything else after 30 days. But I think here we can probably safely assume that on July 31st, anything that's not KYC'd will pretty much be delisted. And this is actually a point I brought up on my last stream. I know this looks like a bit of a mess, so I apologize for that, but this was on my last video. These are some of the things that I kind of speculated what happened. It's like I'm you know, a lot of things, different things can happen. Basically, between July 24th and July 30th, where the KYC cutoff happens, are we going to have a massive sell-off because people think that gems are going to be worth more, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 months from now when we're able to consolidate our NFTs? Or do you think your NFTs will be worth more, which means that you actually want to start buying things on those non-KYC accounts? You know, that way they'll be worth more, again, 2, 3 months later. So we could pretty much say, I think it could still go either way, to be quite honest. Some people might think like, hey, as of right now, I have a bunch of NFTs, but I think I'll be able to rebuy them at a lower price when I'm able to consolidate. So I'm going to sell all my NFTs now before the cutoff deadline, because essentially on July 30th or July 31st, all of your gems and NFTs will essentially be locked up. You can't do anything with them. You can look at stuff in your showroom and probably do AR, but other than that, you can't really interact with the market. You can't play drops. You can't really do anything. So I still think we're going to see probably a little bit of push and pull. I think we're going to have some people flooring NFTs thinking that, hey, I'd rather have X amount of gems in my account than not, versus NFTs, whatever it is. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So what do you guys think is going to happen? Did you guys know about the sub 40 mint thing, that it's never going to anyone pretty much ever, now that you guys know? And what do you guys think is going to happen between now and the KYC cutoff? Do you think floors are going to drop even lower, possibly even just bottom out? Are we going to see a lot of people just accumulating things because on those non-KYC accounts, they want to have as many NFTs as possible because they think the price is going to rise? Let me know down in the comments below. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys take care, and make sure to double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over. And I'll catch you guys next time.